Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
His pass.
So here are the Ravens with great field position to start out. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40. The 30. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. That's complete right around the 8. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
16-yard line.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet.
That's,
he recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
To throw again on second down. Allen will drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Man open left side is Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
He was brought down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 13 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Justin Tucker lining up.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's... The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Haskins. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Number 80.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add on to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. Touchdown, Browns. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. To the air, Allen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
But thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard gain on the play.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
And the Raven
first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. That's to his running back, complete. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. It's a foot race. 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
You talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His fourth touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on first down is Allen. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got some space here. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen, rolling to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And again, it's Chubb. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Point after now from Catanzaro. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is that...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, he was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, it's Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They have
blitz coming, and down he goes. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Formation for the Browns.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Ronald Jones.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They run it again with Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
On the play. First down, Baltimore.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 20. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A gain of
just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Third down, here's Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
49.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.